Alright, ladies. Let's go. Let's go. What's cooking here? Oh no, that's not what's cooking here. That is definitely what is not cooking. Are we cooking? Yes, we are. Oblivion. First in, best dressed, brother. How are you going, man? How are you going? I don't know why we get this all the time. Okay. What do we want to do? Chess Lovers is in the house. Tyronem is in the house. And Brazy! Brazy is in the house as well. Who is not in the house these days? Who is... Your brother is 400 rated. I feel like it's going to go into a question very soon. Can I play with you? That's a very respectful no. Take it as respectful as it can get. The reason for this is the following, because I very rarely play on stream. Well, I don't roast, as you know, Brazy. I educate. And the cost for education is the same as always. Roasting doesn't excite me. Muted? What? Wait, am I on the wrong cut? What, am I muted? No, I'm not, am I? No, I'm not muted. Dude, stop bullshitting. Yeah, all good. All good, except for trolls telling me that... Whoa!
I am here for you to say, Jesus wept. You can't play chess like that, man, and to smash your head into the keyboard.
Yeah, that's the way, Mr. Engao. That's the way. That's the way. That's the way we roll. Nah, Tyron, you good, buddy. You good. You good. You good. You are absolutely golden, my friend. Don't worry. Happens to the best of us. Okay, ladies. So today we are going to do the usual stuff. And for a bit of a warm-up, I've got a King's Indian for you that I played the other day. And it turned out to be an absolute glory fest. Does anyone know, by the way, for mukbang purposes, what not pay is? Oblivion, every review is the same cost. Type analysis into the chat and you get your deeds. Oshki, thank you. Look it up. It's the real shit. Alright, here goes the King's Indian. Mr. Savage, thank you for the following. I played this against a fairly highly rated FM, by the way, as you can see. But it didn't stop him from playing the strategically borderline losing knight c6. And here's something very curious happened because I misremembered my own theory because I thought that I remember that against knight d7 I just send it and b4 c5 essentially wins. It's insane that the engine wants to play queen b3 and queen a4 as preferred moves, by the way. But anyway, and I had a vague recollection that against knight e8 I was meant to go g4. And I didn't. Sorry, as in, I did go a g4, but I wasn't meant to. The point of knight e8 is that instead of trying to contest c5, which is a completely moot effort, the knight is actually handily covering these two squares. So if we do a same King's Indian attack story, it's still... Excuse me. It's still very bad for black, right? Because you are still not attacking my king. But the difference is that when I get about here, I'm not as much threatening to murder you as I usually am because d6 is well protected. Right? And also quite often what you find is that if I take, instead of cd, which essentially loses to knight b5 ideas, with a6, knight b6, we hunt down the key piece, the c8 bishop. Seizing? You mean sneezing? Wow. M7. Well, you need to attend the spelling test too. I mean, look at this beauty. E4. E4. Hey. Let's play 1 versus 1. No, let's play 4 versus 4. 4v4. Let's go. So, anyway, point is that, so here knight takes d6 is actually quite decent. And now black is not doing as badly as you would think. It's actually quite difficult to crack. CD, easy to deal with. But knight takes d6, far less so. Let me first finish you, bro. Fucking hell. No. I said 4v4, not 1v1. No, 4v4. 4v4. Oh, 5v3. Finish me off. That's right. That I like to do 1v2, by the way, when I get finished off. My favorite number is 2 on 1. 2 on 1. At least one of them should be Asian too, by the way. That's just my special quirk. So, for this reason, I completely hallucinated into the fact that I thought I needed to play g4, right? Which is complete bollocks. And I fell into the most kindergarten trap you can ever fall into as white in the King's Indian. I'm so embarrassed, it's not even funny. So, obviously f5 comes, yep. I play f3 like the idiot I am. Black to move and absolutely slaughter my ugly face. Let's go. The fact that it wasn't played is nothing short of shocking. Like, this is a 1600 rated tactic. Even my man e4 will find this. That's it. You take g4, you take knight d5, and it's time to put the pieces back in the box. In fact, it is a famous motif, even with the black knight on f6, right? When there are two knights actually blocking the queen's path, and even there I believe it works. So if we play knight f6, a3, just for argument's sake, take, I believe that there are various captures here that win. Most notably knight g4. Bishop g4 and then knight d5. Yeah, that's it. That's the one you want to remember. That even with two knights blocking the queen's diagonal, we're good. We're good. So I completely I completely hate this. And my opponent played knight f6. I played h3, and now we're golden. So the key difference now is that after fe, I can retake with the knight. And thus creating a flight square for my king. So if you try to sell the same tactico, it's no longer making any sense because, well, I have check, but the point is that even if I didn't have check, this is harmless, yeah? So my opponent played f4, and boy, from here on out, we are in for the ride. So check this out. Bishop f2, c6. h4, shutting down the queen side, king side forever. h6, b4. What you are missing after bishop f2 is queen takes f2 checkmate. I played it last night. After that horrendous last stream that I did where I went below 2700, I spent 2 days to crawl my rating back up to 2800. This victory was part of that mission. Oh, thank you. That was like the 5th time I did it. It's a lot easier to lose 2800 and go down to 27 and 26 than to go back up, in case you were wondering. So, bishop d7, queen b3. Black is strategically dead lost. No king side play. Queen side is my territory. But here comes, of course, the twist. What did we play here, folks? What did we play here? a4 would hardly be a twist. g5 is actually pretty bad on account of knight h5, and then black all of a sudden gets some kingside play. Yeah, a4 makes sense. In fact, Engine's favorite move. I play this. Shout out to King Safety. CCA stands for ChessCoachAndras, FYI. I call it CCTV in our course with Judith Polgar, where it's checks, captures, threats, and the V stands for variations, because CCTV makes sense. I spent a fair bit of time on figuring out that acronym, by the way, so please acknowledge what a genius I am. Cody, how are you going, man? Good to have you on board. Code's coming in strong. Ay, 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 ay. So, of course, after queenside castles, our plan doesn't change. That's the best part of it. Hello, Igor Krasnov. Counterintuitive. M7, you are on sushi level spelling. What the hell? Jesus wept. Counter intuitive. Ay, 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 ay. Alright, no, it's not counterintuitive because I can hide the king here and still win the game on the queen side. No worries, Sushi will give you a free spelling lesson. So, watch why it's not counterintuitive. As long as I put my king here-ish, I constantly need to look out for various ideas of sack, push, queen here, sack, yada, yada, yada. But on this side, we're perfectly secure. Check this out. A5, B5. Now, this was a risky decision strategically, but I already had a vision in my head about how I wanted to win this, and that's exactly how it turned out. So the plan now is to provoke B6, which I don't think they can avoid playing, because otherwise I will play B6 and then King B1 double up on the C and penetration on C7. So B6 is done. And what do you think is the strategic plan now for white? I might actually turn this into a full YouTube video. Well, that was part of the plan, Igor, to put a knight here and here, but the black knight on c8 and the rook on b8 will sufficiently cover b6 and d6. So there was an extra layer to that plan. Welcome, Jazz. Oh, a4 is a cardinal sin, Jazz. Surely you don't mean that. That is a really, really bad move, dude. And I tell you why, because it has 0 benefits and it denies your knight a vitally important a4 square. Why would you want to protect b5, dude? Why is even protecting a word? Like, why is... Yeah, like, why would I think about defending here? Especially the b5 pawn that is guarded by 3. Now, this is really, really bad. And very unnecessary, because knight a4 is vital. In fact, knight a4 played. Well, it doesn't hurt you in the sense that they are not gonna kill you because of a4, but that could be a reason why you're not winning it. I mean, it varies from position to position, Jazz, but you can't help but notice that knight c4, knight a4 looks super cool with b6 on. But now comes the second part of the plan, which I'm pretty sure that all of you will like a lot, including my good new friend Igor. I wanted to first... Yeah, you got it, Igor. I wanted to optimize all pieces because I went in for the positional kill, which looked like this. And that's what you have all come for, baby. And to answer your question, Jazz... This move wouldn't be winning if my pawn was on a4. Because then I can't overattack this. Now I'm forcing black to take this because knight c4 is going to attack this for the 4th time. My opponent took. There's no point in not taking, in that I can provoke it anyway, right? Actually, let's not blunder this. But you get the gist. I can provoke the capture because b6 is on. Now, without knight on a4, this idea wouldn't work. Yes. So we take with the d. Oh, a lot of famous games followed this idea, yes. You're not missing anything, buddy, Mr. Just Green Dude. Except there is one very important thing in the structure that you need to understand. And that thing is called space and pawn chains. And so, as you can see... In this position, black's pawn chain is pointing this way. And mine is pointing that way. And the reason... Fudge. So here... Wow! Here. And here. No. Still no. Here? Yes. So, this indicates which side of the board we should find play on. Now, just because the kings are out of the way... It doesn't give you right to all of a sudden attack me here. Because your pieces... cannot cross this barrier. I should make it a different color. As in the black pieces. And so it doesn't matter whether my king is here or not. You can pawn storm me for all you like. All you are going to do is lose pawns. You have no power to hurt me here because all my pieces are looking this way, right? Toward the queen's side. All of them. Like, I literally have 7 defenders against, at the absolute best, 4 attackers. And even that 4 is incredibly difficult to get to the queen's side. So, this is a testament to that. Like, I'm killing black on the queen's side. I probably am safe in assuming that you don't have my course called King Safety, in which there is a chapter dedicated to this concept. I would like to encourage you to go to Chessable now. And find it there. Do the commands not work? Yeah, they do. Except on YouTube, they don't. Yes, it is 2 conflicting principles. You are correct. You are correct. Alright, so let's go to rook c6. Take, take. Wow. Didn't take a free rook in this game. That's gifted. I decided to attack it. That was subtle. I missed that. And now we are infiltrating on the dark square, light squares. Black is hopelessly lost despite being a material of an exchange up. But they made one most very, very serious mistake. Which was played here. So here my plan was to play knight a4 and then get the other knight into d5. But then they played this. The reason why black is lost is because you can't make a single move and you are going to lose either this or both of them. That is basically the summary of why black is lost. But after bishop knight g8, you are going to see it crystal clearly. Now I trade the only blockader, and the next knight arriving on d5 is going to be decisive. Hello, runaway. Actually on c4 I stand corrected. So this is why black is lost. Look at the domination. And they are just sitting there doing nothing. Bang. And finally, to make Jess very happy, I played a4. And that was so powerful that my opponent decided to call it a day. There's nothing to be done against the avalanche of the pawns rolling in. I have all the time to put my king here, even if I wanted to before. Alright, we have got a duty, my friends, because our best friend, Mr. Code Mode, has sent us a game to critically analyze. And so that's what we are going to do. Fun chess game. Fun chess game. Alright, let's go. Okay, this is actually a dangerous variation. You need to know what you're doing here. This is a very, very dangerous variation. Yeah, that's right. You need to play a f6, d6, queen out, knight back to d8. It's a really, really nasty one. Okay, Code, you are not gonna like what I'm telling you, but there are two things I need to tell you. One, we don't hang pawns for free. Two, you need to play here the super ugly f6. The idea is that because of White lost both of their central pawns, they cannot challenge this very sturdy formation that you can create for yourself. Like, let's say I play a pass with d6, and the plan is queen e7 and bishop e6. And the pawns just hold very, very firm. Yes, I know, Jazz, I agree with that, but you absolutely have to. Like, there are just times when you have to. And I don't think it's that difficult to remember, because I tend to forget obscure lines, and even I remember this f6 idea with queen e8, queen e7, knight e8. It is exactly a reverse Stafford. It's not a tad, it's exactly that. It's exactly that. So yeah, d5 Code is really not on, my friend. By the way, is good old Code with us still? Yeah, he's with us. Okay. So yeah, d5 is no bueno. We are just losing the game now. Yeah, I don't know what happened here, brother, but after knight g5, you can literally fold it. It's game over. Like, it's dead set, like, next game. We are out. We are out of the contest, because after castles, queen h5, you can't defend both. Yeah. So, yeah. As ugly as it is, sometimes you have to embrace the fact, buddy, that defense is required. You can't attack in every chess game and sacrifice your way out of trouble. Also known as bullshit your way out of trouble. We got super lucky that your opponent got greedy and tried to take that stuff instead of taking the right stuff. Oh, well. But now you are not talking the same thing, Jazz. We are saying that finding f6 is super hard. Remembering it, in my opinion, is easy. Finding it, yeah, that's crazy. Remembering, not so much. Yeah, good call. Very good call. I don't know why we are walking into another check. I would have tucked the king away here. For sure. I don't like king d7. Okay, we are objectively dead lost here. Bishop d5 is another mystery move to me, because you are walking into bishop at rook d1. You did right to dodge the knight for bishop trade, but yeah, look, objectively there is nothing I can tell you what to do here, because you're dead lost. Okay, so you are going to hate me for this, but your only chance to not die here is to trade down this and straighten their pawns, because now you have got an opposite colored bishop ending with a very active rook. In fact, it's almost forcingly draw. And because of this is so good, by definition, everything else you can do is red hot garbage. So one more time. b4, your only chance to save your skin is to take this, go into opposite colored bishops, and also utilize the activity of your rock. Pemdas, welcome in. Okay, moving on. So we played bishop b6. a4. Same thing would have worked. So take rook e2 is still very good. Your opponent is terrible. Like, here knight f5 would have put a5 on the map, knight g7 on the map. Yeah. Instead, they created themselves double isolated. Talented player. Oh god. Okay, so now you have got take rook c4, hitting 2 pawns. That is good too. I like that actually. Good. Good. Take. Yep. Yeah. Alright. You fought your way very, very nicely back in this endgame, and now this should be a draw without any dramas. Okay. No. Don't do this, Cody, ever. This is a crime against humanity. Why would you do this? Like, you are putting all your pawns on the color of your bishop, which is already a no-go. Secondly, you are creating giant gaps in between the pawns that your opponent's king can now infiltrate. This is the ultimate don't ever play this type of pawn move. Like, side by side 2 pawns. Don't ever do that. 10 push-ups. Mr. Tanner, how are you going, buddy? Good to have you in the house, my friend. Good to have you. Yeah, f5 is really, really ugly. Really ugly. As is g3. So they needed to play here f3. That handles the bishop and allows white to come in here. No. No, it's not. Because instead you have got now giant gaps in between the pawns, so now the king can hit it. Plus they are completely immobile. You can no longer move any of your pawns. There is nothing good about it. And g3 is just shocking. Absolutely shocking. I would have definitely tried to lock that king in there. And your king could come to d5. This is... I don't know where you are going. Maybe you want to go here. But as soon as you get here, a check will send you away. So I don't understand what we're trying to do here. Yeah, that was completely unnecessary. You're not threatening to go here because as soon as you get there, check sends you back home. f4 was not a threat because the bishop is guarding it. g3 was just a bad move. There was no purpose behind it. Other than being bad. So this is the reason why this pawn formation should have been avoided at all costs. Now you see the problem. The white has an easy win by coming the king here and hitting this, and you can't defend it. Because when you play bishop f7, I go king here, bishop comes back here, king here, bishop fucks off, and then king here, and you can't defend the pawn. So this is the textbook case of why you don't do this to your pawns. Textbook. Ah! Fuck. Just king in, bro, and it's game over. That's it. It's over. It's nothing to be done. Nothing to be done. Bishop here, king here, I'm winning the pawn. If you come back this way, I can win with d5. But I think king f6 also wins. With the idea of hitting the bishop and then coming here and winning this. And then other pawns are likely to fall too. I mean, Jesus wept. F3. Oh, God. Far out. F3. And then G4. Let's trade pawns, said no one ever when we are playing for a win. Oh, God. This is miserable. And now h5 and we lose. Cody! Bro! No! Dude, you had to go back. Oh my god. h5 and that's it. Game is over. Oh yeah. This bishop ending was an absolute train wreck. My god. And now it's a draw. And again! Oh man. The only square you can't go is f5. Any of these would hold the draw. Oh my god. Please promote the queen. Please. Oh, that's not even good because, yeah. We can't even stalemate it, man. Oh, Cody. That was a heartbreaker, buddy. An absolute heartbreaker. Ay. The irony is that if you keep the pawn on g7, it's actually not losing. And the point behind that is the fact that then the black king can come to g5 or e5, but they can't penetrate on f6 or h6. Right, so let's play this out. It's super fascinating. So here. Yeah, it buggers off. I go here. Actually, no, I do have to play g6 now, but because of my king is close enough, it's not winning for white anymore, because they can't go king e7. So just by one tempo, we won the game. Oh, we had the game, rather. That was super interesting. Yeah, this was a rich one. This was a rich one for sure. The endgame was very, very poorly played by both. But in particular by white. Yeah, this was the fuggliest for sure. In that final position, Brazy nothing, it's a draw. Yeah, f5 was sinfully ugly. Yeah. Very interesting game. Very, very good learning material. Might include it in my endgame course, actually. What's your rating now, Sushi? Have you crossed 2300 or not yet? Sitting at 22-30. Holy smokes, bro. Like, man up. I thought that we were already killing it on 23. Slippery Mike, I did not intend to. The best structure is pawn back here and pawn back here. What do you play? I told you already 5 times, bro. First of all, nothing is a very good answer. And f6 is a very good answer. Like, why do you feel the need to push these pawns at all? Why? Makes no sense. Just play here and go like whatever. Put the king in the center. Play chess moves, I would recommend, no? Like a5, you put this here. You put the bishop on b5, you penetrate with the rook. All pieces are perfectly active. Why do you have to actively go out of your way to create weaknesses in your camp? No point, right? Like when you're playing f5, you're playing for white's team. Like, they will just go, oh, wow, you just created me a straight path into your camp. Thank you very much, genius. That's what they will tell you. Yeah, this was not a good move at all. But look, this is the type of thing that on 1500 level is like most games are decided by people blundering pieces left and right and center. So on the one hand, I'm a bit reluctant to give grief for f5 because it's like whatever, man. But at the same time, it is such an easy fix. Because it looks sinfully ugly, and generally speaking, what is sinfully ugly in chess, this is very, very bad. But brother, you actually lose space by doing this. That's the best part of it. That this doesn't get, like, how does this gain space? Space gained by definition of you taking space away from your opponent's pieces. So what piece has been restricted by this move? None. Like, literally none of the 3 pieces have less access to any of the squares on the board than they did before f5. In fact, in a way, the opposite is the truth, because you paved my way into your camp, which is something I couldn't do earlier. So in an ironic way, this actually made my king more active. Because as long as you keep it at home and you just do nothing, if I go up to f4 with the king, actually I will play a different pass for this to be very effective. You play f6 and the king has been denied all entry. But with your f5, suppose it gains space gained rather, now you just guarantee that this is not really stoppable anymore. Not without dedicating at least one piece to the control of that. Endgames are hard. Endgames are hard, friends. No one said otherwise. Give me a sec. Give me a sec, guys. Sorry. Any other games that we want to look at? Yeah, send it, or I can actually look it up. Courtney in the house! Okay, let's have a look at this. Very good chess. Very good chess. We are all well indeed. Yeah, we figured that that was a royal we. Thank you. This is, guys, how chess should be played. This is how chess should be played. That is great game. Great play so far, Sasha. Sushi, well done. I mean, okay, you were gifted a... This is... Can you guys believe that this is 2200 level rapid, by the way, on Chess.com? Like, White played a chess opening and we are already winning on move 19. Nothing we needed to do. Black completely destroyed themselves. By the way, I don't understand, Sushi, why we are down to 3 minutes, buddy. What? Like, you literally had to think on no move so far. What happened here? I mean, casually starting the game with a half-a-minute loss on setting up your recording is not a good start. Where did our time go? Really we needed to spend a minute on c5? I don't know, man. I mean, every chess move wins, right? By the way, while we are at it, I think I would have liked to see here h4. h4 would have looked pretty sexy here. Okay, let's move on. So c5. Yeah. This is also not worth a minute as far as I'm concerned, but still reasonable. Still reasonable. Wow, king b1, a minute and a half? Really? Slippery, what are you talking about? h4 against the fianchetto with no safe castellon. Really? I don't know what castellon is, but I love the word. I absolutely love the word Castellon. That's brilliant. I don't understand the rest of what you're saying, though. First of all, what do you mean no safe Castellon? Like, I've got a few questions for you. Why do I care about castling? Two, since why can't I castle here? What? I totally don't get what you're saying. I don't know about this awful time management, Sushi. I would like to get to the bottom of this, buddy. Because I think that you are just wasting your time with doing nothing sensible. Castellon, yeah. I thought that that was sexy, Courtney. I said it so that I would get your attention. In case the dashing looks didn't do the job, which they tend not to anymore. Okay, so Queen B3, all G. Castles, all G. King B1, all G. E6, D6, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do think, Sasha, on this note, I think the biggest conclusion we take from this game is that the time of you playing 10-0 has come to its end. You either need to play 10-10 or 15-10. Some kind of a added time is necessary. Okay, moving on. Yeah, Queen B7, Bishop A4, Queen A8, please. Beauty. Well done. Well done. I don't think M7 that you have to necessarily play every day for improvement. Wait, what happened there? Stop. Is it Rook D8 winning here? Like real hard? Ah, never mind. Pepega, I don't think that there is more cheaters in one-time control than another. I think it's just... And ignore me, Sushi. Everything was winning. I do think it's winning a piece too with the additional... Because you take this with check and then you pick this off, right? Yeah. Totally. No. Yeah, ignore that. Yeah, very neat, man. Very neat. My only beef with this was the time control. And the time control. But the game itself was clean as a whistle, man. Clean as a whistle. So, if you are destroying 2200s... well, to be honest, not on this one, I don't know if there is a lot here to be said. I will listen to it. But it was such a straightforward win. Like, there was no hurdle whatsoever along the way. I agree, Runaway. Also, Sushi, you need to bear in mind that if you are recording these, the recording will take at least a minute away from your playtime. At least a minute. So, yeah, don't do it, man. 10-10, but rather 15-10. I mean, the guy forgot to show up to this game, and he's 2200. Hello, my friend. How about a 2-match with you? My name is Hit Player CH without points. How could one resist the temptation, man? How could one resist the temptation? I mean, Sydney Sweeney reached out last night in a text message if I was available today, but now that you rolled in with a match of 2 games unrated, oh man, who could say no to that? Bring it! Bring that! Ay, 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 ay. You know, I had been thinking all night last night about what to do today. I was missing the obvious. I was missing the obvious. No. But it's an important part of training plan M7. I think the most important part of any training plan is the thorough analysis of your own games. And yes, calculation exercises are vitally important, but there is a brain dead way of doing it, and there is very good ways of doing it. The brain dead way of doing it is to do random puzzles. Can I elaborate? Yeah, I thought I just did. Like online puzzles without any specific topics, not helpful. Any good curated puzzle book or the online version of a puzzle book is my preference, because they are collected by humans to cover certain topics rather than random AI generated bullshit. I often tell my students to do force made puzzles. Lichess and ChessCom both have marvelous collections there, but the Lichess one is a little bit better separated in that they have made in 3s, 4s, and 5s. They are the best possible way, in my professional opinion, to practice forcing lines. Not that you should, but that should be like 90% of it. It is. Why would you be scared to ask? I mean, my general go-to is, of course, because I'm a loyal dude, is to go to Chessable, right? So why don't we do that? You go to Chessable. And then you go to courses, you go to tactics. And you pick any fucking thing that is here. Why does my course come up there on the tactics, I wonder? This is very oddly structured, but Woodpecker definitely I would very highly recommend. Checkmate Patterns Manual, one of the biggest bestseller in the entire existence of thing. What tactics is one way to... Every tactics is calculation, not every calculation is tactics. My course with Judith does have a lot of good puzzle tactical components, but it's not a tactics course. Improve your calculation is brilliant if you are an IM level player. Secrets of Geometry is very good, but it's high level. Winning Chess Tactics by Esser is very good. So yeah, there's more Chessable courses than days in a year. Yeah, I just am not a fan of, you know, let's do Puzzle Rush and hope that that's going to help us get better, because it won't. Or it's one of the worst, least effective ways to do so. Alright, let me see if we played anything semi-decent in my last night's run when I went back to 28 hundo. That was dog poo. That was dog poo. That was the King's Indian I showed you. I actually want to have a look at this game. I lost this one against the 3000 rated GM. But I thought that I did play this really well. So I'm very curious where this game went sideways. Yeah, this feels dog shit. I don't know what I was meant to do here. I'm guessing it's gonna be repair. Hey, there's some rookie 8 idea or h6. I didn't want to play h6 because I didn't want to lure Queen d2 to come with a tempo, but this was very sloppy by me because here we have got take knight a5. And now I'm either gonna regain the bishop, or if the bishop goes back, then Queen d2 is not playable on account of knight c4. But maybe Queen d2 here. Pranay, welcome in. Gozzy in the house too. Stream is pooping, says Sasha. My good friend, popping, pop. When you put ing, the second syllable gets doubled and becomes double P. Popping. That's the English spelling. That's E3. Yeah, there you go. Poping, yes, that would have been the Pope. What can you say? Well, preferably nothing. Okay, a5 was poo. Rook c8 was alright. I played rook e8 to allow my queen to go to not to lose a pawn on e7 and also to dodge bishop h6. But apparently this was shit too. This move caught me completely by surprise. Bishop b5. Okay, let's move on. Queen c7. And now we are more or less dead. So I lost an exchange here, like an idiot. And the game got very, very interesting from here on out. I think he was worried about knight c4, but I don't know how justly he was worried about that. c4. And here I thought that I was already back in the game, at least equal with knight a4. Because now both of these are hanging and I'm gonna win one of them. Did? And now black is better. Yeah, knight a4 I played a bit too fast. I don't know why I didn't go to d3 here. Like, what the hell was getting into my head? Somehow in my head, white had two moves here to take this. Fuck, that even doesn't even work because after take rook takes d2 would win the queen. So even if the rook was in c1, they can't do take rook c7 because d2 and the pawn is unstoppable. Wow. So that was dog shit. Yeah, just showed you. Playing, attacking their shit. That's usually the way. Thanks, Murphy, by the way, for the sub. Appreciate that, as always. Now, I thought f6 was a very practical call because it kind of shut down e5 and it liberated my rook. But it turns out that queen b4 was slightly better. So I thought that I was completely winning here, but it's only minus 0.8 or 9. And again, queen b4 is necessary to prevent e5 by hitting f4. This was a detail that I completely missed. And it's very subtle, to be honest, because the very natural way is to go in, right? Like, you just want to go and send it. Oh! F! Shit! I didn't realize, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but it didn't play. Did you guys hear the dono? I didn't hear it. Sheesh, sorry buddy. When was that, like a year ago? As in like several hours ago. Ay. Anyway, so yeah, queen b4. I think if you play queen b4 here, Kramnik is asking for the procedure. So yeah, I understand why queen b4, and I do remember that after e5 I started sweating a little bit. So yeah, this e5 was a bit of a pain. I burnt a bit too much time with it too. I think on rook d2 they again have queen g3. This is the general idea, and somehow the queen is getting in. We are no longer better here, which is very difficult for me to believe. I'm very reluctant to believe. Oh, and on top of that, they might even have shit like... Well, it depends on... If I take like this, there is maybe f5 even, right? No, the machine wants me to take this. And if they take back, then queen b5. As if that made any freaking difference. Like, what the hell? Oh, now I can take d5. That's fair. And then I lost this. Which really did hurt. Actually, in hindsight, it shouldn't have hurt because rook c8 is like forced mate, right? And then queen g5 and I'm getting mated, yeah? Or queen g4. Okay, I take it back. I was dead lost here, actually. And then he played f5. And I played rook c2 and I thought I was holding the draw. And then here somehow I botched this. Like, this is dead draw. Yeah, I walked into queen f3 like a freaking idiot here. But I would have lost this anyway because of the time situation. Okay, it wasn't that bad after all. I thought that I had better chances, but I didn't. Oh, okay. This was something else. Yeah. You guys will love this shit. Oh, I love this one. Okay, so I'm having the time of my life with the Blumenfeld. I think in a blitz context, it's one of the most underrated openings there is. Like, I'm having so many beautiful attacking games. Queen 8 is not that great. Oh, actually, no, Queen 8 is fine, but here I was meant to play Rook D8. I played Queen H6 back. Oh, no, not... Oh. Yeah, actually I can, because there is no good knight jump available. So we had this position, right? Now, objectively, I'm dead lost here with black. But to find the reason why is not that obvious. I'm very curious who can find first why black is dead lost here, or why white is winning rather. Green dude. One question I have is when to use calculation, when to use intuition and pattern recognition for your move. My professional opinion, and this is a chess coach, is that 99.5 out of 100 club level chess players don't calculate enough, and their decision making is not based on calculation. It's on airy-fairy stories almost all the time. I don't know what you mean by that M7. Like the pawns on the queen side are advanced well. What does that mean? Like, make it make sense. I drew the max level ChessCom bot today. I would like to wholeheartedly congratulate you on that achievement. That's even better. Congrats, man. Yeah, bishop c1 is game over, man. My queen is walking into all kinds of filth. And that's it. No, absolutely not a chance. No, but I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you, but no, do not link it. Yeah, bishop c1. My opponent instead played knight d5, and from here on out, it's carnage fest. No, you did the right thing by asking, and I'm sorry that I flatly refused, but yeah. It is what it is. And now white is completely busted. Actually, the reason why I got so excited is the finish. Which is quite childish, really, but one has to enjoy the little victories in life. Yeah, if you have got visuals of Sydney Sweeney in that link, I will consider it. But otherwise, please don't bother. Hands up if you know what mate pattern is going to end the game now. I'm sorry, I'm being pathetically childish, but once again, it made me really happy. Queen h4 is not the mate, but that's the move. Yes, indeed, Swindlex, well done. So they took on, they played this, and then they blundered a piece. And then, pook! And that caused resignation. That was actually me climbing back to 28 hundo. Blundering my queen casually to bishop c1, by the way, earlier. So I guess it's in a way ironic that because they didn't win the queen, I sucked it away. Alright, you're a bit old to be talking about Sydney Sweeney. You did just have a big milestone birthday, the big 5-0. First of all, F off. Second of all, even if I were 50, which I'm not, I would be an absolute top pick for Sydney. Because we have a lot in common. So she's strikingly hot, and so am I. I have got C of charisma. She has some, so she needs to lift her game there a little bit. We are wildly successful in our respective fields. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm getting confused about why she's not texting me more often. Yeah, and I'm actually 44, not 50. So... Yeah. So on your mic, brother. On your bike. I don't know what crisscross apple sauce means. Ah, oh, there it is. Where is my money, baby? Show me the money! Show me the money! Yeah, I do actually, Absolute Chaos. If you study the course that we released on it, you are booked up really, really high level. Like, I gave very serious trouble to, oh, what is that guy who always kicks my ass? The GM. Alexander. Oh, shit. Rengao, help me out. What's the guy called? Oh, shit. Who is that? I always forget. GM dude. Ah. Kicks my butt all the time. I swear to God, I'm gonna look him up and then it will come to me when I see his name. Is that Blumenfeld? No, Blumenfeld. Yeah. Rustamov, thank you. Rustamov. I gave Rustamov a fair bit of grief and he is really booked up on shit. Shabalov is your victim, Smurfette. I don't come across that dude. Rustamov, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, random. Let's do that, buddy. And then I'm going to call it a day after. Let's do that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolute chaos. I do believe in it. Yes. Look. No, I'm not. No, in fact, I wonder if I ever will play games again on stream after the last stream, the way how that went. Absolute chaos. Just to give you an idea, the course that we wrote is fully engine proof, right? Like completely engine proof. The best line for white is about 0.7. And that's when you play stockfish top choices back to back for like 25 moves. So yes, I really, really do believe. I honestly, with hand on heart, would say that it can easily withstand GM pressure. No worries. Yeah, 100%. And our course on it is huge, but it's completely engine proof. Like, it is actually a lifetime repertoire without being called one. Yeah, I do. Yeah, thank you. It's called Black is Back. Actually, I will show you. This is the course we are after. Yeah, but don't dick around shorts and sweets, man. That's the way of the sissies. Just look, go through the same model games, learn the course. Thank you, random guy. It is a huge course. That's the only downside to it, but it covers you for everything, man. Random guy, send me the game, please. Unless you already have. The endgame course, yes, Hayden. Oh, dude, this is not long. It's like crazy. See you, Sush. Good. Good luck. Wouldn't be my go to move here a6, but I will let this slide. Actually, no, I'm not gonna let it slide, and I tell you why. Yeah, if you play b5 next after a4, you are cooked. So, no, I don't let it slide. Oh, wrong button. So, yeah, a6 is not playable here. Yeah, e5 here is the most thematic play, yeah? Because after take, knight takes, you can just simply play rook e8 and regain the pawn. Okay, so when you say that this is main line with a knight on c3 instead of a pawn, right? That's the exact same thing as me saying that I know that it is actually an apple pie, but if we replace the apple pie with a beef and we put it on a barbecue, then it would be a steak. Like, that comment makes no sense, man. It's like, what are you doing with the cinnamon here? Oh, well, if it was actually not a pie, well, rather if it wasn't a steak but a pie, then the cinnamon would be good, no? Yes, but it's a steak. So here, unfortunately, because exactly it's a pawn, this is a 180 fail. Because after any random move b5, a4, you're screwed because you can't push it over. So, yeah. But look, it's not the end of the world, but you can't rely on claims like if it was a knight. Like, you know, if my grandma had wheels, she would have been a tram, right? So, no. But you got away with it. I like it, but I think that c4 was also very, very handy here. Endgame technique is what's in the making. Okay, nice. Very good. I love knight h5 here. Okay, I'm confused. Wasn't the plan behind knight h5 to play knight f4? Courtney, if you have questions, ask. What was your d5 question? Why it's d5? Looks like a very logical move to me, doesn't it? Gain space. Blunts the bishop. In a way, it's extremely logical, isn't it? I'm not saying it's good, but it makes a lot of sense. But this one doesn't to me. Like, isn't the plan knight f4, Mr. Rating guy, random Elo guy? Dynamic pawns, like, ask now. No time like the now, lady. That's what Sydney is telling me in every single text she sends me. Be like Sydney. Flirt with me. What's the problem? Yeah, it does release tension, but it gains space. So you could argue that releasing tension is justified because we are gaining space. You don't like attention? I love attention. That's the best shit ever, no? Anyway, so I don't get why after knight h5 you don't follow it with knight f4, but my main random 1200 guy is not responding, so I don't know what to do. And we are still not going in. Why? Why? Why do we have to play... Why do we have to go out of our way to play 3 moves to trade this for this? To go in for knight f4? Welcome in, Rohit. You're not the only one with the name Rohit who is frequenting the stream, so... Good to have you on board. I don't see why we're playing any of this, to be honest. To trade into an absolutely superfluous knight duel. Like, they are terrible, right? You gave them meaning. Okay, good. Good. Bring the rook. Very good. This is very good chess. That's right, Smurfett. Even after the game, the guy is gonna be careful. That's not a rook sack. That's an exchange sack. Let me correct that one. Okay, I don't know what you mean by saying that it failed badly, because I freaking love this man. Like, this has got beauty written all over it. Yeah, perfect chess. That was the no-go move, brother. Queen f6, maybe? Hitting this? Queen h5, queen f6. These are the moves I would consider here. c4 maybe, yeah. I like c4 too. Well, explain to me what the plan is with take. I don't understand take, so if you can explain it to me, I will take it on board. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds a bit vague to me. Gozzy, you definitely should, buddy. I mean, look, this is something, but I'm afraid that you might have opened up a fair few files for the opponent's rooks as well. Oh la la. Wow. Dude just walked to the slaughter. But then again, after queen e2, bishop c3, this looks also a bit unhappy. But at least now, I don't see a forced win for black yet. I mean, we are totally killing it, maybe with check and then here. But, yeah. Your opponent instead chose to lose everything. Because the queen is hanging, my good friend. That's why. It's called an overloaded piece. Free queen. That's why. Oh, yes! Yes, baby! That is a sexy. Hello, Yogesh Kumbar. Welcome in, buddy, on YouTube. There's a big discussion on YouTube currently about the problems with d4. And that's fair. No matter what opening you pick with black, you always run into the problem that half of your opponents will play all kinds of Londons and Jabava Londons and all those lame system setups. No, not really. Actually, not at all absolute chaos, because the Puzzle Rush puzzles revolve around about 15 patterns. Yeah, I would say so, that the A6 setup was not good at all, and knight f4 was not good at all, and other than that, you played a hell of a chess game. Bloody heck, man. Bloody heck. I reckon it's gonna be an 85 score. Oh! 89.5, bro. Ay, 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 ay. That was your only mistake according to the engine. Holy. Dude. Freaking mint. Very well done. I'm proud of you, man. That was impressive. Good attack, good exchange sack, good everything. Indeed, the threat was stronger than the execution. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I must bounce. Hello, pink waving hand. What? Courtney, you have questions? Ask them now, because I gotta bounce. YouTube. Oh, Yogesh. Yogesh is making a lot of pink hands indeed, you're right. Alright, so I need to find someone to raid, and then we're gonna call it a day. No such thing, Courtney, has too many questions. No such thing. Okay, who the heck is... I don't know who's streaming right now. He's the Zodon? No, he's not. Chestopia 1. Who is Lena? Okay. Fine. Tell me I'm not nice. Done. Off we go, ladies. Have a good one. Take care. Love you all. See you later. Right. Make sure you tune back in. I will be online again, not tomorrow, but on Tuesday, same time. Thanks, all of you, for tuning in. Love you all. Take care. Bye.